Generativity is the need and desire a person feels to guide and nurture younger generations. It is associated with middle-aged people. Erikson's theory consists of stages of development. His middle-age stage is generativity versus stagnation, which is when the person struggles with helping younger people and wanting to focus more on themselves. According to Erikson, generativity can be found in positions such as a parent or a teacher. While Erikson's theory insists that generativity is a natural part of middle life, McAdams' theory explains how generativity comes from the connections between sociocultural and psychological factors. I believe I resonate more with McAdams' theory than the others because it makes the most sense to me. McAdams' thoughts align with mine in that generativity is caused by connections between sociocultural and psychological forces. I also resonate with McAdams' thought that middle-aged adults develop generativity primarily through the desire to create a product that outlives them, or gift their knowledge to the generations that are younger than them. Culture has a significant impact on how a person's generativity shapes. Gender roles usually differ between cultures, but most cultures view men as providers and women's roles as nurturing children and household builders. In cultures that put men in the provider role, men are more likely to build generativity off of the feeling of being needed and tend to teach and pass the knowledge on to younger generations through workforce skills. Cultures that put women in a caregiving role tend to help women build generativity through teaching and sharing their knowledge on their skills, such as cooking. Education significantly impacts how a person's generativity is shaped. Higher education levels provide individuals with more skills and information to pass on to younger generations. College can usually provide more knowledge on career fields, whereas trade schools can provide a higher skill set to an individual. Research has shown that a lack of higher education may cause people to feel like they do not have as many skills or the necessary information to pass down, causing their generativity to be lower. After completing the test, I realized that I fall at about the halfway point on the generativity scale. Since I am still relatively young at 22, I was not expecting a very high score because I am still gaining knowledge and skills and have not reached an opportunity in my personal life to leave a mark on younger generations. Activities that influenced my generativity level include not volunteering, not wanting to be a teacher, not creating something that impacts others, and not doing something that others will remember me for. Being so young, I believe I can complete some of these activities as I get older, and life experiences happen over time, so when I am older, I will have more experiences to share with younger generations. Things that help my generativity score currently include sharing knowledge from my past experiences, being supportive of those around me, trying to be creative with the things I do, believing and advocating for groups in society who cannot speak out for themselves, trying to pass on the skills that I already have, and being a mom. According to an online personality test, my highest personality traits include feeling, sensing, introversion, and judging. People with the feeling personality trait use value-based decision-making and have the following characteristics: very people-oriented, empathetic approach to solving problems, consideration of other people's viewpoints, and supporting what is right. This trait is important to generativity because it can help encourage the person to share their knowledge in a way that makes sense to diverse viewpoints. Sensing is paying close attention to details and facts, perceiving things through the five senses, and giving more attention to concrete information. This trait influences generative actions because it can help the person be more realistic with younger generations when passing on information and skills. Introverted people tend to direct their energy to the inner world, which is not very helpful to generativity because energy needs to be directed outward through generative actions. Judging in the sense of a personality trait involves making decisions by judging mental processes when engaging with people, events, and situations. This trait can help people decide how best to share their information or skills. There are not many activities in my current day-to-day that demonstrate generative behavior. The only knowledge I have to share is about situations in middle and high school that every kid goes through. I have many younger cousins who come to me for advice on situations such as how to deal with bullies or boy problems, since most of them are girls. One of them in particular asked me for advice on softball since I played for a very long time. My friends come to me for financial advice, but since I am still so young, the younger generations do not need this advice yet. I pride myself on being good with money, so my friends usually ask me for advice on saving and budgeting their money. I also try to pass my knowledge and skills on to my daughter, but she is still too young to understand most of it. Other than these minor things, I do not do anything else that demonstrates generative behavior, but there are many activities that I would like to do. I would love to volunteer at several organizations once I have more free time. My most prominent future career goal is to become a forensic psychologist. This is a broad career field, but I hope to become a criminal profiler in specific. Forensic psychologists apply various types of psychology, such as clinical, developmental, cognitive, and social psychology, to legal situations, such as assessing a person's mental status during legal proceedings, providing therapy to victims, and helping with jury selection. Criminal profiling usually involves watching criminals' behavioral cues to advise legal professionals like officers, judges, or lawyers. A significant part of forensic psychology is providing assessments and research in the sense that they may need to analyze an individual's mental state, assess the risk of a criminal reoffending, or evaluate the impact a traumatic event has had on a victim. This career field contributes to generativity because it offers positions that directly serve the community. Forensic psychologists have significant and important knowledge to pass on to younger generations, and their position is to serve the community with their expertise. Any actions that include supporting or teaching younger generations can help a person maintain or increase generativity throughout their life. Becoming a parent is one of the most direct ways to increase generativity because it is a parent's job to teach and pass knowledge on to their children. Teaching is another good way to increase generativity because it teaches younger generations about a particular subject. Providing goods and services for the benefit of society is an essential way to maintain and increase generativity, and includes many options. Services that benefit society include volunteering at or making donations to various organizations or shelters. working in a field that prioritizes community, and even doing things as simple as hosting an educational group or sports team. Providing goods for the benefit of society could be a multitude of things, including creating a physical item that impacts younger and future generations, creating a building or organization, and starting a business that positively influences younger people. Overall, there are many options for a person who wishes to maintain or increase their generativity. These are the resources that I used for all of this information.